You ever had the problem that you've picked up your grease gun or you've loaded a new tube of grease into your grease gun and it just won't start pumping grease? You just can't get it. Well, most likely 99% of the time it's airlock. You've got air somewhere in the system of the gun, and it can either be trapped up here in the head of the pump or in this tube. And there's a number of things that you can do to fix that, and we're going to go through that today. Welcome to Everything Compact Tractor. If you've ever installed a brand new tube of grease in your grease gun and you've had problems getting the grease to start flowing, or if you've got a brand new grease gun and this is the first time you're using it, I'm going to show you how to purge the air out of the system. 99% of the time when the grease won't flow, it's because there's air up inside here. And we're going to go over a few things that you can do to make it easier to use your grease gun. Okay, we're going to go over several things here. The first thing that you want to do, this is the plunger. It's spring-loaded inside here. You're going to need to pull this all the way back and get this tube opened up. If you look inside of here, I don't have I've actually removed the tube of grease. This is the plunger right here, the end of it. And what we're going to end up doing is we're going to pull this back. And as you'll see, that opened that end up right there. We're going to take our tube of grease. We're going to take the plastic end, one that's got the plastic cap on it. Now, you'll notice there's a pretty good amount of space in here. Now, this is going to be real important here in just a minute because I'm going to tell you something that can happen with this air pocket right here. After we remove the plastic cap, we're going to take the plastic cap end and we're going to put that into our grease gun. You may need to pull this back just a little bit more to get that grease gun and to get that tube of grease all the way in there. And there we go. We've got it seated. Helps to wear gloves. Now, once we get that off, we're going to want to take this metal cap off the end. We're going to pull that out, open it up, get the grease off of it. Okay, now you notice right here we don't have much of an air pocket down here. Now remember, I showed you that air pocket in the other end. One of the things you're going to do, and one tip that makes this very important, if you're going to store this grease out like inside of a garage, in a place where it's warm, you want to store it with this plastic cap up. That keeps this air pocket up here. In very warm conditions like inside of a garage or a shed, what ends up happening is this grease will actually it'll level itself out, and you'll either end up with the air pocket all the way up into one side like this, or if you store it upside down with the cap down, you're going to end up with the air pocket in the wrong end, and that's going to be very, very hard to purge that air. So always store your grease with the cap straight up. The next thing we're going to do after we've got our grease inserted, our new tube in there, we're going to go ahead and we're going to insert it into the pump end of our grease gun. What I would suggest doing, leave this a little bit loose. That's going to help purge some of that air because now we've got air in between the end of this grease, tube of grease and inside the gun right here. We probably got air up inside of the tube right here. So what we're going to do next, we're going to release this plunger rod back here. And what you need to do is you're going to release it. A lot of them have little catch pieces like this that lock the rod out. Some of them have on the end right here, you pull it out and it actually has a little indentation where you pull the rod to the side. So you're going to want to release that, and once you release it, you're going to want to turn the rod to release the rod from the plunger and push the rod all the way in. Now this works the same way in an electric grease gun as what it does in the manual grease gun. So you're going to want to do the same thing. The next thing, we're going to try to go ahead and pump. And we've got no grease coming out. So we've got two things we can do here. If your grease gun has an air purge, we can push that down. And you can hear a little click right there. And now I can feel I've got grease. We actually got grease coming out now. Still got air in there. Keep that pushed down. Purging that grease. You are going to waste some. The other thing we can do is over here on this side, we've got what looks like a little ball here in the end, like on the Zerk fitting. Now, if I don't have anything to push that little ball down to release that air, I can take a wrench and I can back this off a little bit. And remember too, we're loose here. So once we get a little bit flowing, we're going to go ahead and tighten up that tube right there. Get the tube nice and tight with the head. And then we're going to go ahead and start pumping and see if we've got steady grease coming out. Now that should work. Now what we should do next is we go over and we'll try it on one of the Zerk fittings on our equipment or whatever it is that we're greasing. And we'll go over to the tractor now, we'll put it on there and we'll see if we're pumping grease, if we've got enough pressure behind it. Now if we've done this correctly, we should be pumping grease into this fitting. Now this fitting's already clean, I've already cleaned it. And you can see here, we're pushing grease out. So our grease gun is totally primed and we're good with pumping our grease into it. Now, if you have trouble purging the air out of it, one of the other things that you can do is you can totally pull back on this rod, hook it back into the plunger, turn it until you turn it to back clockwise and to where it locks this into the plunger. You can no longer just freely push it like this right here. It'll allow you to lock into that plunger. We're going to come back up and turn it to the left, lock into the plunger. And then the next thing we're going to do after we're locked into the plunger, we're going to take it and we can put the grease gun on end like this. We can actually what we can actually do next is we can unscrew it slightly from the head like this. Put a little bit of pressure down, push down on the gun, on the tube right here, and that'll help push the air up out of here. The other thing we can do is when we have it up like this, we can hit our bleeder button right here on top and start pumping as we put pressure down on that rod. So those are just a few things that we can do to try to get get it working. If you absolutely cannot get any grease coming out of it, you can also loosen up, whether it's a flexible end or a solid tube like this. You can loosen this up right here. And that sometimes helps. You've also got another place up on top right here. You can back this top out right here. That helps bleed out any air that is trapped from the tube, the top of the tube itself, to this part right here. That'll help bleed out air and get it pumping. So 2 or 3 things you can do. Like I said, you can either use, if it's got a bleeder valve right here, just press that in, pump the gun until it starts going. The other one, we got a bleeder valve a little bit different over here. Push down on that little ball bearing right there and start pumping, and that'll purge the air. The other one is remove this upper plug right here, pump a little bit, and the air should start purging from there. And then the other one is to physically loosen the tube up from the head of the pump portion. If you enjoy this type of content, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, and leave us a comment down in the comment section on what you would like to see, or if you have anything to add to this video. I would sincerely appreciate it. And buckle up, ROPS up. The life you save may be yours. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.